Joe Sarkisian, lead tester and manager of DenSecure. So we do pen testing of all flavors, network testing, right? App testing, we'll test, well, all app testing, social engineering, you name it, red team assessments, threat M. So yeah, been there about 7 years. It's a great place.
Awesome. So how did you get into the world of cybersecurity?
It's super cheesy. Mr. Robot had a big part of it. It was weird, like I'd always kind of been into it. I'd always kind of been into like, you know, trying to hack into my own Wi-Fi, maybe my neighbors, don't tell them, when I was like younger. And I'd kind of dabbled a little bit, and then, you know, I'm like, oh, you know, I kept getting older, I'm like, it's too late. And like I was doing bartending, and like that was my path. And then some stranger, like I was watching that show and I was like, wow, this is really amazing. You know, it was just really got me for some reason. Mm-hmm. And then I was in Ukraine with my wife, and it's like the only epiphany I've ever had in my life where I was just like, you need to just do this. And so I took a very expensive path and got a master's from Northeastern in cyber, in InfoSec. And then I got hired by Veracode. I was there for 9 months, decided web app wasn't my thing, and then I've been at DenSecure ever since.
So what are you guys doing to contribute to the community?
One of the guys on my team, he came up with like a way to deploy infrastructure at scale, like really quickly with GitHub Actions. So he released that actually here, I think, to the public. We'll have like students come to the office, right? And like, oh, like a day, you know, at Wolf & Company, which is the parent company of DenSecure. Just kind of like, you know, have them see what career paths they might like. Within our group and with our broader group that does like more GRC type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, does this speak to them? Like, you know, what kind of things they liked. We also like at these conferences, right? Like, you know, sometimes we'll try to help like students out with like CTF stuff, things like that.
So how did you hear about HackSpaceCon?
We just been like, okay, we need to do more conferences a few years back. And HackRedCon came across our radar, and it was pretty accessible to sponsor and to go. And we had good success the first year, and then that's how we met Ken and Dan and all those guys, mm-hmm. Good guys. We came back, did it again. And then this year, we're like, you know what, we're gonna switch it up, we're going to HackSpaceCon. So this is our first time here. It's been really awesome. Like all the new friends, all the old friends that you meet, you know, being asked to do like the panel and stuff like that was really cool. So yeah, we'll definitely be back.
What do you think the future of cybersecurity is?
Did everybody else say AI? Probably. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, anybody that says that they know that is probably BSing. There are people like at SCOTUS who probably have a better answer for that. To me, there's kind of a sea change right now where I don't know about everybody else, but I feel like, you know, ChatGPT just came out of nowhere and hit me upside the head a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. And that's like just changing everything, right? So like people, it's kind of an adapt or die thing. And like I was saying with the panel yesterday, like you younger kids and like the people coming up that are like staff level ones at like a actual like CPA style firm, or like junior testers or whatever, SOC 1 or SOC analysts, like you know, so like AI is gonna fundamentally change the way they do everything. And unfortunately, there's gonna be less of them, right? So like, you really gotta like lean in and learn it. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, your career path is probably going to be relatively short. Fair. So I think that's just gonna change. Unfortunately, like jobs are gonna get lost because of it. Like anybody that says, we're not gonna, you know, lay people off, or we're not gonna hire less people because of this, they're lying to you.
Yeah, no, I agree 1,000%. So what are you doing to stay innovative?
I have now transitioned into half Mr. Manager and half tester, because I'm told my billing rate is so high now that it's hard to put me on as many tests. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like since I've become more of like the managerial person, like I have a little bit more time to like actually like take a breath and be like, my job is kind of like, where are we going? Like to steer, right? So as far as that innovation goes, like we're working hard to, again, integrate, you know, LLMs into our workflows. It's definitely a slog. There's like just so much of it. It's like drinking from the fire hose. Like what's the best way we can use this to like innovate and keep ourselves like doing the fun stuff as opposed to the boring stuff that we're having to do now without the automation piece. So that's kind of like my main focus right now. And definitely my main focus is working on essentially an LLM, you know, hacking or LLM pen testing, essentially service line Because again, that's the future, right? It's gonna be a part of everything, and the more people are deploying these chatbots out there without thinking about the back end and what they're connected to, right? Like it's kind of like the new frontier. So.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hey man, cheers. Thanks for the time.
Likewise.
Appreciate you guys.